Hello and welcome to the Vicente Calderón Stadium. Of course, Real Madrid versus Atlético Madrid here in the first full Liga match of 2005. But first, there's going to be a minute's silence to remember those who have died in the tsunami tragedy. You are impeccably observed there as we remember those who have died over the Boxing Day tragedy. Of course, football is the focus point here, Joel, very much so, as Atlético Madrid take on Real Madrid. Of course, the big derby of 2005.
That's right, well, these Madrid derbies always are a very special occasion, of course. Always have that added bite in the game. And of course, today is the first full match for Wanderley Luxemburgo. The new manager came in just over the winter break, and it'll be interesting to see how his team shape up in this first league clash. Well,
let's go through the starting lineup. Of course, the Brazilian's first 11 choice since he's taken charge. He's got Casillas in goal, Roberto Carlos down the left, Helguera and Pavón make up the middle, and Arbeloa, of course, the Castilla player, coming in to the right back. Beckham and Zidane make up the centre of midfield, with Solari and Figo making those darting runs down the left and right wings, and then Raúl and Ronaldo up front. Quite a formidable lineup, Joel.
It's very attacking, isn't it? Obviously, David Beckham will be slotting in slightly more defensive duties, as Zidane's given a bit more freedom to rule the roost, as it were. As we've just seen, though, frantic start here. There's always, obviously, Atletico always want to put one over their more prestigious neighbours, as it were, and be certainly promising to be a fantastic game here at the Calderón.
As Antonio López plays it down the left-hand side, looking to link up with Jesper Grønkjær. He's very much a danger man, isn't he, Joel, the ex-Chelsea boy?
That's right, well, he's just been brought in, obviously, in the winter transfer window there, and as you said, he's come over from Chelsea, and certainly Arbeloa will have his hands full looking after him. We're just seeing a bit of a lack of communication there between Helguera and Casillas. Hopefully we won't be seeing too much of that today.
The back four just not communicating well with their goalkeeper, and Pavón there just to sweep it up. However, it's an early corner to Atletico. Figo's gone to have a little bit of a word there with Antonio López, who's due to take it. Figo, of course, nothing against the rules, up against him standing there. López looking to put one of his trademark long throws in, which he does, and it's a high looping throw into the box, which is dealt with well by Helguera. And now the counter-attack starts, and indeed it's just brought down there. The legs of Ronaldo were taken away.
That's right, very calculated foul there, just stopping the play. Obviously Real Madrid looking for the counter-attack there, with Solari passing up to Ronaldo, but then just breaking it down so that Atletico can regroup. Pablo there fouling the Brazilian.
It's a big day for Florentino Pérez as well. Of course, he's put his head on the line a little bit, bringing in Luxemburgo, but this is a man with quite an impressive CV.
Well, it certainly is. He's won the Brazilian national championship with a number of clubs, most recently, of course, with Santos. He just won the first Brazilian league, the second in 3 years for Santos there. And he really does come with an impeccable reputation, a fantastic CV, as you said. He's also coached the national team, the Brazilian national team, of course, so Ronaldo knows him very well, as does Roberto Carlos from there. And so he'll be more than up to this challenge of taking on such a big club such as Real Madrid.
Certainly quite a bit of Brazilian spice, if you like, to this Real Madrid side now, with, of course, Luxemburgo, Ronaldo and Roberto Carlos. However, there's a little bit of needle there, as you would expect in these derbies.
That's right, well, the home side are just trying to impose themselves. Obviously, they want to get off to the best possible start that they can, and they want to prove a bit who's the boss today, but Figo, they're just remonstrating with the referee.
It's not like Figo, is it? If we can just see here, it's Figo who's judged to have fouled. As it stands, it's a free kick to Real Madrid, deep in their own half. Luís Figo just patching himself up after that late tackle. The ball is played in now, down this right-hand side. It's Arbeloa, of course, at right back in place of Michel Salgado. However, the ball's come through and it's Torres. Torres one-on-one with Casillas. Casillas does well, gets down and makes a fantastic save.
Had to be up to his best there, Casillas. Fernando Torres, obviously the big threat up front for Atletico, who's already scored 7 goals this season, and he's certainly going to be a handful for the back four today.
Casillas made himself big, didn't he? Got down well on the left-hand side. It was a tough save to make, but he was certainly up for it. And the ball's played now to Roberto Carlos, with Luís Figo making one of his trademarked runs down this left-hand side. In the end, it took 3 players. It was the Aguilera tracking back.
Fantastic pace to the game, where you see there another counter-attack from Real Madrid, as obviously Fernando Torres had his chance there, but the Whites were straight back up. And it's interesting to see that Figo obviously drifting over to the left or out wide, just to confuse the markers and just to add a bit more danger down those wings.
It's a chilly winter's day here in Madrid. You can see that both Roberto Carlos and Luís Figo both wearing gloves. Of course, mostly Madrid's associated with sunshine, but in the winter, that cold certainly bites, doesn't it, John?
It certainly has. We had snow, obviously, just in December, and fortunately that's gone, but again, yeah, as you said, a lot of players choosing to wear the gloves today.
As Antonio López looks to work it down this left-hand side, cuts it inside to Luchin. He plays it down the right to Aguilera. Of course, we saw him there just tackle Figo. Aguilera still coming across, but great tackle by Roberto Carlos. Strong stuff from the Brazilian. As Zinedine Zidane now looks to work the ball forward, which he does well. He's got support on the right. Indeed, he links up with Luís Figo. He's looking for that through ball to Ronaldo, just unable to link up with the Brazilian. And Sosa cuts it out. Ibagaza looks to play it down the right-hand side, however it's cleared well by Roberto Carlos. And of course now, every player's got a clean slate, haven't they, Joel?
Absolutely.
Luxembourgo's come in.
Absolutely, as you said, it really is up to the players now to prove to the manager their place in the Real Madrid squad. Obviously, it's the 3rd manager now this season. It's quite an unprecedented season, a lot of instability maybe, but now obviously they've chosen Luxembourgo for his reputation, and as you said, it's up to the players now to prove their place and their worth to the club.
Do you think it's a wise choice, John?
I think he's certainly, if you look at the candidates there are across the world, he's certainly in the top 5 world managers, certainly with his track record in Brazilian domestic and international football.
I think he's someone who won't be fazed, will he, by the whole task?
Not at all. He's used to working with the biggest stars, as you said, both with the Brazilian national squad as well as all the big clubs, Corinthians, Palmeiras, Santos. He's worked with them all, so I think he'll definitely be ready for this step up. It'll be interesting to see what kind of football he brings to Europe. Obviously, he has mainly worked in Brazil, so it'll be interesting to see how he adapts, obviously, as a coach.
And of course, still Butragueño's in the background very much, I'm sure, will be helping the Brazilian through these first couple of matches.
That's right. It's quite a bizarre situation really to come in midway through the season. Obviously, the team's in 5th at the moment, and a slightly bizarre situation, as you said, but as you said as well, that Butragueño will be helping him out there as well, and I'm sure everyone will be making his welcome to the club as easy as possible.
The ball's played down the right-hand side. Lovely interlinking play by the Whites. However, David Beckham just unable to put that ball through. David Beckham was speaking earlier about how much he enjoys the winter break. Of course, he didn't have that in the Premiership. However, the ball's played down this left-hand side. Jesper Grønkjær, of course, ex-Chelsea, looking to whip the ball in. Casillas does well to deal with it. But if you look at the amount of games that these players take part in, the winter break, you know, it has to be done surely, or by March they're suffering burnout.
That's right, it really does. Beckham was saying how welcome it is. Obviously, over in Britain, they play more games during the Christmas break, which for the fans is fantastic. For us watching, it's brilliant. But obviously for the players, who said they do suffer very much from burnout there.
The home side have come out, as you would expect, at a frantic pace, looking to get the early advantage. However, the Whites' defence is standing tall. Indeed, Iker Casillas in between the sticks. Herrera there just makes a crucial tackle as he plays it down to Antonio López. Left back now, striding forward, cuts it inside. The ball's just cut out there. Solari doing well in the middle. It's a loose ball by Ibagaza. Of course, Real Madrid lying 5th in La Liga table so far. For some teams, that might be good. But it's just not good enough for the Whites with their incredible history.
Absolutely, it's been a very up and down season, as we said. Obviously the instability in the dugout certainly hasn't helped. So there was that point after just 8 games when we were lying down in 11th. Now they've climbed up, and they're really around second place. But obviously, as I said, just a couple of the performances and results just before Christmas. Obviously, there was that last match against Sevilla with Julio Baptista scoring the winning goal away there for Sevilla, and that put the team down in 5th. So Luxembourg really does have a challenge on his hands. Not just for the results, but also I think the morale of the squad. They really need to get back on track.
So it's Ibagaza as he plays it back to Aguilera as the home side look to work it down this right-hand side, and it's moved in now, and it's looking to be whipped in there. However, Casillas does well to mop it up. He's a handful, Fernando Torres, isn't he?
He's everywhere, isn't he? He's having a great start. Obviously, for him, he's very much the poster boy for Atlético Madrid, and he wants to prove more than anyone his worth and his quality here against the local rivals.
Of course, the world is watching, and you're watching on Real Madrid television, broadcasting indeed all around the world, as Atlético Madrid look to move the ball forward. A foul there. I'm not too sure about Sosa's haircut. It's quite extravagant, isn't it?
That's right. We're just looking at Sosa. You've seen they've had several photos of him with a shaved head, peroxide. I think it's Normcuz brown.
Are they extensions?
Maybe been watching Paul Gascoigne.
Indeed, the ball just goes out there for a Real throw in. 10 minutes gone here at the Vicente Calderón Stadium. Atlético Madrid 0, Real Madrid 0. And this hot local derby, the atmosphere here really is electric. As the ball's played back to Leo Franco. It's really his first touch. And the Luxembourgos are certainly wrapped up warm.
I'm sure that's something he's wasn't banking on when he came over. Obviously, he's just come from the Brazilian summer. It's absolutely roasting hot down there, so I'm not sure he's too impressed with the weather at the moment.
Well, the stadium here will certainly warm him up with the fans' reception. They'll certainly give him no support over the next 80 minutes. Ronaldo there brought down. It's the first time really we've seen the Whites venture properly in the Atlético Madrid half.
That's right, it's just a clumsy tackle there from the centre-back, bring him down. And now, of course, we see David Beckham. He's been dangerous with the set pieces, but they've taken it quickly.
They have indeed, and it's Zinedine Zidane as he's looking to link up with Roberto Carlos. However, it's cut up well by Pablo, of course, who was responsible for the free kick in the first place. And now it's played down this right-hand side. A lovely, long, searching ball there to Aguilera, who plays it back to Sosa. And to Perea. Back now to Antonio López with a long, searching ball forward. Salvador Balestra, of course, looking to make his mark on the game. But you can just feel Real maybe just coming into the match a little bit more now. After withstanding heavy pressure in the first 10 minutes.
That's right, I think they just need to get the foot on the ball a bit more and really try and get a bit of possession together, working the passes. As you said, it's just been a slightly shaky start, perhaps feel a little bit rushed, and obviously it is very, as you mentioned, the atmosphere here, the Vicente Calderón, 55,000 baying, Atletico fans baying for blood. So
indeed, but Lucien gave away the ball sloppily there in midfield, and David Beckham now plays it into Luís Figo with the cross into the box. Raúl there searching for it. Everett's hoofed away into the crowd by Ibagaza. But this is better stuff from the Whites, really starting to shake the Atletico defence, and still they keep coming forward. Roberto Carlos plays it down the left-hand side to Zinedine Zidane. However, the ball is just lost to Aguilera, who plays it to Sosa. But the home side are feeling a little bit of pressure at the moment, as Real Madrid maybe turn the screw on them slightly. However, they're looking just to take the ball forward now. And it's flicked on by Balestra. However, it goes out for a Real Madrid throw-in. Message there, being hollowed out from Wanderlei Luxemburgo. He's quite an animated character on the touchline. Not one of those to sit there and let the game pass him by. He's very much involved. He takes every kick with his players. As Leo Franco looks to clear the ball. However, it's not the best kick in the world as it falls to Zinedine Zidane. It's moved now down this left-hand side to Roberto Carlos. He plays it back down the right. Arbeloa. Good pass there into Raúl. Raúl plays it to Solari. This is a move now, and it's a lovely ball in from Solari to Roberto Carlos. First time cross in from Carlos. Missed by Ronaldo! A lovely move there. And Ronaldo scores a cracker from just 12 yards out. And it's Atletico Madrid 0, Real Madrid 1.
Lovely move there, trademark celebration there from Ronnie as he gets his 9th goal in the league. Again, we thought Zidane was going to get it, he just missed it, unlike the Frenchman to not get in the end of that one, but obviously it fell to the Brazilian, and there's only one place that ball's going, that's the back of the net. Great
link-up play to build up to the goal. And you can see the Atletico Madrid players just shaking their head. Roberto Carlos crosses in. And I thought Zidane was going to whack it, but it was a beautiful dummy. Great stuff there from the French captain. Look at this. Just completely dummies it, leaves it to Ronaldo, and from the penalty spot, all he has to do is put it in the back of the net. But it's Solari who put the ball down the left-hand side to Roberto Carlos with one of those trademark first-time crosses. And Ronaldo puts it in the back of the net, and Real have a 1-0 lead. And Wanderlei Luxemburgo started his career at Real Madrid quite well.
That'll certainly ease some nerves, won't it? I mean, you look at the game, maybe it's slightly against the run of players. Atletico had more possession, but that's really what you want to do when you're playing away from home. These kind of derbies, it's fantastic. You need to get it on the break, and that will certainly ease them into the match now.
Real need to be careful, need to be 100% focused as Atletico come forward. It was a poor shot in the end by Fernando Torres. But that was really Real's first shot on goal. Now Zidane dummies it perfectly to Ronaldo, who puts it in the back of the net. Was that a dummy or a miss, Joel?
Well, it was a sensational dummy, wasn't it? He managed it. He sold it to two of the...
He sold it to me, I tell you.
Two of the Atletico defenders, and just Pereira, they can't quite believe it that he bought that one from the Frenchman. But as you said, brilliant finish from Ronaldo, pretty much on the penalty spot there. He just side-footed it past Leo Franco.
Was that his 9th goal of the season?
That's right. He's midway point, obviously. He's bang on for another 20 goals this season.
Solari plays it down the left to Roberto Carlos as Real Madrid look to double their lead. Zidane on the ball now. It was his dummy, of course, that led to Ronaldo's shot, which hit the back of Leo Franco's net. And now it's Solari streaming forward down this left-hand side. Still Solari. Good tackle in the end by Pablo. He got the ball. I don't think much shout for a penalty there, but Solari certainly looked dangerous, didn't he?
The midfield's looking very interchangeable. They're all coming and going, drifting into the centre and then going out wide. Obviously Luís Figo's doing that. We saw him down the left and the right. Solari's in the centre and also drifting out wide. Zidane as well. David Beckham, just as usual from the England captain, all over the pitch. It's good stuff.
Arbeloa adjudged to have brought down Jesper Grønkjær there. But this was the penalty appeal, but it was a good, strong tackle by Pablo. He did get the ball well, but there were no complaints from the Whites to, demonstrate. There was no feeling that there should have been a spot kick. No, that's right, but it was a good run from Santiago Solari, the Argentine. He's more of a winger, really, and we just saw him there, tricky run, and just making problems for the Atletico defence, and he'll certainly be wanting to do more of that today. Real Madrid have certainly silenced the crowd, haven't they? Ronaldo's goal has really shut the 55,000 fans up. Really, that's thanks a lot to Iker Casillas, who of course made that fantastic save early on in the game. Absolutely. Well, looking back, it was just such a timely save, wasn't it? Because that just kept it still at 0-0, and obviously from there you're still well in the driving seat with this kind of performance. These shots on goal, you can see there, Atletico Madrid and Real both with one. It's Real with the most important statistic, of course, that they have that 1-0 lead. Oh, the ball's being brought forward now, down this right-hand side. Ibagaza, who's looked dangerous to Sosa. But David Beckham is going to go in the book here, I think. The referee showing the England captain the yellow card. There's sometimes the danger of being David Beckham, because you're so well known, referees like booking you.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't think it's the worst challenge in the world. And actually, see,
there doesn't there's anything in that at all. There was no malice in it. It was just a late clumsy challenge.
Absolutely, but he doesn't really catch the player either. And as you said, I think it's a bit harsh really to give Beckham the yellow for that one. But as you said, he's a high-profile player, and someone, obviously, the eye is always on him.
Jesper Grønkjær just brought down there. Figo, the man responsible for that. Grønkjær just having a word with the referee, believing that Figo should have been put in the book. Over the ball's played down this right-hand side to Torres, who's just beaten Pavon in the middle. Still Torres with the ball. In the end, cleared well in the end. The referee waves away any claims for a penalty. I think that was just 6 of one and half a dozen in the other, as they both challenging for the ball.
Absolutely. I mean, the fans here are absolutely furious with that, but I don't think there was anything in there at all. Solari got a clean tackle there, and really there was absolutely nothing in. Now Casillas back with the ball in his hands.
Meaning Real Madrid comfortable in this 1-0 lead so far, as Arbeloa plays it down this right-hand side to Figo, who's coming deep to pick up the ball. However, a strong challenge there by Sosa. Not good enough though, as the ball's played forward from Zidane, looking for Ronaldo. And Ronaldo still chasing it down. Who says the Brazilian doesn't run, eh? The ball's played forward, and there really is a little bit of spice to this match, isn't it?
Well, I thought that was an excellent challenge there from Arbeloa. Obviously a big game, big day for him. Obviously he's usually with the Real Madrid B team, but I thought that was a good challenge there on Grønkjær. Just hear that replay.
Balestra just went down really easily then. The ball's played in, headed out well by Pavon. Comes as far as Luchin, who plays it down the right to Ibagaza. Back to Luchin, who looks up with Sosa. It's Atletico looking to equalise here with 20 minutes gone. Real Madrid have a 1-0 lead. Sosa comes back well to claim it. Down the left now, back to Grønkjær. He's dangerous when he's got the ball at the feet. You never really quite know where he's going to go. This time he plays it back to Sosa, then lays it off to Antonio López. Blocked well there by Arbeloa. However, Sosa whips the ball back in. It's flicked on. Roberto Carlos will clean that one up quite happily. And Zinedine Zidane now looking to play the ball forward for the Whites. Real Madrid just probably looking to put their foot on the ball for a while, enjoy a little bit of possession. However, it's a lovely ball through from David Beckham. Leo Franco comes out and claims well. But when you've got the firepower that Real have, of course, the opposition can have the ball as much as they want, really. Just a turn, just a pass like that from David Beckham can really change everything.
Absolutely. You look at the creativity and the quality there in the centre of the midfield for Real Madrid, with Beckham's passes, Zidane, obviously Solari and Figo down, very much winger, very much wide players. It really is fantastic. As we said, I mean, the score as it stands certainly shows that, with just one chance, one goal.
Strong stuff from Atletico Madrid here, as you would expect from the home side, as Grønkjær lofts in with his left foot. It's cleared well though by Pavon. Figo just comes back there to help his team out, and David Beckham passes the ball back to Arbeloa. That's a late challenge, referee. And I think Helguera is just going to come in and have a word there. It's Luchin, and deservedly going in the book.
That was a horrendous tackle from the Frenchman, wasn't it? Really, if David Beckham was to get booked for his foul, then really that's
look at that, right from behind.
Those are the kind of tackles that FIFA have been trying to stamp out of the game, really coming in from behind, no chance of winning the ball, and really that's awful tackle there from Luchin.
Deservedly going in the book. Maybe a little bit of frustration shown there as well, Joel. Despite dominating the match, Atletico are just getting nowhere near Casillas' goal.
That's right. Well, it's not just on the pitches that you can hear the whistles from the home team, from the home fans rather, when Real Madrid have the ball. And as you said, yeah, just a bit of frustration, I think, coming in. Obviously, they won't be too happy with the score. They probably feel they deserve a goal or two, but that's all credit to Casillas in the back four.
Most definitely. Arbeloa looked impressive. Young man up, of course, from Real Madrid. Be a big night for him, isn't it, John?
Big game. Obviously, the new manager, he must be fancying a chance, maybe breaking his way into the first team. Suarez
been running around well. Vanderlei Luxemburger will be happy with what he's seen in the first 25 minutes. Will he certainly be happy with the scoreline? I'm sure he might be a little more amused if Real just have the ball that little bit more. The ball's taken forward now. Played down this left-hand side to Figo. Figo and Solari were linking together well. However, the ball's lost. It's Lucien, of course, responsible for that awful challenge on David Beckham, still sitting on a yellow card. Played into Aguirre. In the end, Sosa clears it well down this right-hand side. Atletico looking to build her attack here as Lucien. He's got support on the left if he wants in. However, Lucien still streaming forward. Lovely ball into Torres. However, he's tracked beautifully by Pavon. Good defending there by Pavon. The youngster's really impressed this season, hasn't he, Joel?
That's right. Well, obviously he's another one who'll be looking really to stamp his mark on today and really stake his claim for the place in the starting lineup. But he and Helguera have looked very solid together.
Arbeloa and Figo looking to link up there. However, the Portuguese international just drifting. Ooh, that's a harsh decision by the linesman. I thought he was level. The ball's played now to Perea, who plays it down the left. Antonio López back to Perea. Atletico Madrid are probably thinking plan B by now, aren't they? Because obviously whatever their tactics they felt like they were coming out in the first 25 minutes, they haven't worked.
Absolutely. Well, they do tend to play almost a five-man midfield with Salvador Baesta dropping back, and really so Fernando Torres is up front almost by himself really, and you've seen he's been drifting out wide trying to create something, but then there's no one really in the box to get on the end of it. And I think certainly César Ferrando, the Atletico manager, will be looking to change something there, because they're just not really getting any decent chances on goal.
See the big Atletico Madrid centre-back Pablo all over Ronaldo there as Real win a free kick. Helguera with a long ball through the midfield to Raúl. However, the ball's lost. Balestra plays it back to Lucien. Now plays it down this right-hand side. It's in there to Torres. Good defending. Helguera just made a nuisance of himself, didn't he? That's right.
Obviously, it was a good ball in there from Ibagaza, and Torres just couldn't quite deal with Helguera and couldn't quite control it.
And Raúl pushed there by Aguilera.
Special needle there for Raúl. Of course, he started off in the Atletico youth team before joining Real, so there's a very special relationship there between Raúl and the club.
This was the Torres opportunity. He just kind of lost it between his feet, and when you've got Helguera breathing down your neck, it's inevitable you might panic a little. Ball's played in by Roberto Carlos, however dealt well with by Perea. The ball's taken back to Sosa. He plays it down this left-hand side to Antonio López, who links up with Grønkjær. Figo, though, tracking his man well, putting the pressure on. It's well played by Figo. However, the ball comes out to Antonio López, who whips the ball into the box. However, it's dealt well with Helguera. Cheers a handball from around the stadium. However, the referee shakes those appeals away, and it's a long ball through to Ronaldo. As the linesman says he's offside, but definitely Real Madrid are taking control of this match. You can almost feel Atletico panicking slightly. Absolutely,
they definitely look a lot more comfortable on the ball now. They're dealing very well with the Atletico attacks. They're still coming in, but just really can't quite finish in that final third.
López whips the ball in, dealt with well by Solari, who just hoofs it up the field, leaving it to Luís Figo to chase. He was onside, wasn't he?
Absolutely, there's definitely level there.
The referee conned into the old trap, the defenders raising their arms. So the ball's played down this right-hand side. Ibagaza looking to win it back. However, Roberto Carlos and Solari work well to interlink and get the ball back. The ball is back. This time to Ronaldo. Of course, open the scoring in the 13th minute here at the Vicente Calderón Stadium. And the ball's played inside now. Zinedine Zidane sprinting forward as he plays it into Ronaldo. Just his first touch let him down. You don't say that very often about the Brazilian international. Now the ball's being brought forward. It's Ibagaza who's venturing up the pitch. The referee says advantage, and advantage is played to Sosa. Sosa looking to wind one up, plays it into Torres. Fernando Torres now back to Sosa. And Pavon leaves it to Casillas, who does well. As Sosa falls to the floor. You see nothing wrong with that.
Very well played there by Paco Pavon, just getting in the way, just shielding the ball.
Intelligent football, wasn't it? And the ball's headed back to Leo Franco, who plays it forward to Antonio López. Puts that long ball forward to Torres. Showing maybe the desperation of Atletico Madrid already looking to fling these long balls forward.
You just see how dependent they are on Fernando Torres. He's having to come and collect absolutely everything, and then obviously Salvador Ballesta comes in late. Just see there, slight tug on the shirt there from Pavon, giving away that free kick. But really Atletico having trouble really getting many chances there for obviously either Fernando Torres or any of the midfielders coming up.
So just coming up to the half-hour mark here. It's going to be Ibagaza who's going to whip the ball in. Indeed he does. It's a poor cross though. David Beckham deals with it well. And Real on the attack. And boy are they on the attack. Raúl one-on-one with Paglia. Correa clears the ball. And here the crowd's reaction to that decision. However, it is a Real Madrid throw-in. The referee's going to get out his yellow card here. Do you think it's going to be... This obviously, that was something that was said after the challenge.
Just some dissent there from the left back, Antonio López. They thought it was a foul on Pereira. Oh, it's that challenge on Ronaldo. That's a long way to bring it back, Dan, isn't it?
Well, no, fair play to the referee. If a bad challenge comes in, he obviously played the advantage, and then once the advantage was played, he'd put Antonio López in his book. Now the throw-in though, Aguilera with it. Looking to hunt out Atletico Madrid man. However, it's cleared well by Pavon. He's playing well today. As Raúl, always a menace. Takes on Pereira. He lays it down this left-hand side to Grønkjær. He's one-on-one with Arbeloa. He's got pace as the international, and it's just gone over his head.
Well, that's something that Atletico have really been lacking this season. A bit of pace down the wings, and obviously that's why they brought in Jesper Grønkjær from Chelsea. Obviously he too looking, it's his first game here at Calderón. He's too looking to make an impression and show the fans what he can do.
What a baptism of fire it really is for so many people tonight, as it's played down this left-hand side to Fernando Torres, who looks for the shot. He's getting desperate now, and it's Zidane who rocks the ball forward as the Whites look to counter-attack. Luís Figo brings it down this right-hand side. He's one-on-one with Pereira. Pereira, surely a free kick there. Luís Figo's in agreement with me. He's having a word with the linesman. He's got 55,000 Atletico fans disagreeing with him. You can see in position, the home side have been very much on top, but it's that stat in the top right-hand corner, that's what matters. Real Madrid 1, Atletico Madrid 0. Well, the ball's played forward now. Ballesta bringing it left and right, just looking for the chip in. It's good work there. It's Ibagaza, who's looked quite dangerous in the middle.
He's a tricky player, isn't he, the Argentine? He's very skillful, quite good at set piece as well. You just see there, just tricked his way past Solari, then trying to just chip the ball past Casillas, but just couldn't get it on target.
It takes a lot to beat Casillas with that sort of shot. The Spanish international always aware of where he is within his goal. But that was a close effort. Casillas takes the goal kick, plays it forward. Luís Figo goes up and it bounces back to Arbeloa, who looks for David Beckham. However, now on the attack again, and it is Ibagaza again as the ball's played forward. Torres with the shots! Just deflected out for a Real corner. Was it Pavón in the end who made the decisive tackle? That's dangerous stuff.
It was a good run there from Fernando Torres, surging into the box, and as you said, a good deflection there just to put it out for a corner for Atletico.
Ibagaza now with the corner. Again, it's a poor delivery as David Beckham gets his head to it. And it rolls out for an Atletico throw-in. See Torres, good defending in the end. Pavón did well. The ball's thrown in. It's just flipped over the top. However, Arbeloa, despite his age, showed a lot of maturity there, didn't he? Taking the ball down and just clearing it.
Very good composure there, just knew what he had to do. Turning away from the danger area and just clearing the ball there. It's good play there from Álvaro Arbeloa.
Aguilera now brings the ball down the right-hand side. The right back, of course, loves to get forward. And the tackle there from Solari, just a little bit too fierce for the referee's liking. Good touch there by the referee.
Just as well as he's got with the whistle, isn't it?
It did well. The ball dribbles good 20 yards away. So with just 10 minutes to go of this first half, Real Madrid have a 1-goal advantage. So Atletico have a free kick. As there's a header in. Is it Luchin with the header? Where was the marking?
That's right, it was Ballesta who got on the end of it, and Casillas was furious there with his central defenders. Neither Helguera nor Pavón managed to pick him up, and fortunately for Real, Ballesta couldn't put it on target. You see there, just drifts back.
It was good intuition from the striker. Was just unable to hit the target. As you said, Joel, defending was a little bit iffy there. However, the ball's now played out by Pereira. Played down this right-hand side. Ibagaza plays it in. Everything seemed to stop there as Luchin plays it down this left-hand side to Grønkjær. Still Grønkjær as he puts the ball inside. However, Helguera deals with it as well. And it's hoofed away by Solari.
Certainly under a lot of pressure at the moment. Real Madrid, obviously, just 10 minutes to go. Atletico desperate to get back on level terms. They'll feel with the amount of possession they've had, they deserve maybe a goal, maybe two there, but they really haven't been creating clear-cut chances there. Ballesta probably there with the best chance with that header we just saw him a couple of moments ago.
Ibagaza plays it into Luchin. It's a lovely ball down this left-hand side to Grønkjær. Ball's cut inside. Great goalkeeping by Iker Casillas.
Had to be brave there for that tackle to get down and win that ball. Torres was there menacing, lurking on the 6-yard box. Brilliant keeping there from Iker Casillas.
Superb stuff as Solari now looks for Ronaldo, who's hasn't seen much of the ball, and when he did, he put it in the back of the net. I suppose that's what world-class strikers are all about, Joe.
Absolutely, just one chance and one goal. That's the decisive goal so far. It's just coming to the last 10 minutes of the second half. Brilliant stuff from Ronaldo. Again, as we said, 9 goals this season. As long as they keep coming, no one will complain.
Certainly won't, as Raúl was looking to link up with the Brazilian there, but just slight misunderstanding. As Sosa looks to play the ball forward. Pereira now in possession. It's down the right-hand side, Aguilera. He's got support from Ibagaza if he wants it. However, Atletico just unable to string those passes together when it matters. As Zidane plays it all the way back to Casillas. That was great goalkeeping. The 23-year-old really got down well and got the ball there.
It was excellent stuff, wasn't it?
Sorry, plays it to Roberto Carlos. One of those long searching balls for Raúl. Yeah, Franco did well. The ball's taken forward now by Antonio López, who's looking for Grønkjær. He's made a great run down this left-hand side. It's Grønkjær versus Arbeloa. The young Real Madrid right back looking to keep him pinned in, and he does well, though López whips in the ball. Casillas came out dominating. It's a lovely long ball through to Raúl. And was that inside the area, Joel?
Just about, wasn't it? It was a 50-50 ball there. It's a fantastic kick there from Casillas, getting the action back in track after he caught that, got onto the end of that cross from Antonio López. And Raúl just unlucky there, just couldn't quite get onto the end of it.
In the end, the referee had judged that Raúl was offside, and it was a free kick to Atlético Madrid. It's Pereira who plays it down the left to Antonio López now. Ball's cut inside, however, Helguera deals with it well. It's played on to Ronaldo, who's very deep. And it's Ronaldo now who picks the ball up. He's got Raúl in the centre, Luís Figo down the left, plays it back to Solari. Solari, lovely, strong play there. As he plays it down to Ronaldo, still Ronaldo, lovely play to Zidane. Zidane plays it back to Beckham, however the ball's cut out and Real Madrid are in trouble here as Luchin streams forward. Beckham looking to win the ball back. The referee plays on. And Antonio López brings the ball forward for Atlético Madrid. It's played down the left and Luchin's lying on the ground. That tackle with David Beckham was obviously a foul. The referee chose to play advantage. There didn't seem to be anything in that challenge either.
Not at all. Beckham was just tracking back and he just really just got tangled up there with Luchin. As you see, Luchin just runs across him, and obviously if you've got a player running back, then obviously they're going to collide there.
I don't understand what Luchin might have injured. Maybe Beckham stood on his ankle. I think maybe Luchin was looking to get David Beckham sent off. Of course, he's on a yellow card already. Maybe he felt they made the most of it. You get the Real Madrid number 23, give him the red card. Unfortunately, the referee didn't fall for it as Leo Franco clears. It's played back now, Fernando Torres. However, Arbeloa does well just to clear the ball away. He's really looked strong and indeed feigned an attack. A foul there from Torres, and Torres then kicked the ball away. Is he going to be shown the yellow? No, the referee's been quite lenient with him. César Ferrando there just hollering out orders. His tactics certainly haven't paid off so far in this first half as Ronaldo looks to play the ball forward. Still Ronaldo streaming forward. Referee, surely that's a free kick and a booking, and indeed it is.
That's right. Well, Pablo's made a number of fouls so far on Ronaldo as well, and it's about time really that the referee looked at that, because as we said, that's a number of times now Pablo has fouled the Brazilian there, just holding him back.
Just trying to rip the shirt off his back, wasn't he there?
Have to wait till the end of the match to swap shirts.
Indeed, but this is where Real Madrid are almost at their most dangerous. Roberto Carlos, David Beckham, like vultures around that ball, aren't they? Leo Franco desperately trying to organise his wall.
That's right, there's so many options when it comes to free kicks. This kind of range, obviously Roberto Carlos might fancy it. Obviously Beckham got off to a fantastic start this season with 2 free kicks, winning matches at the opening days of the season.
Figo having a word as well. However, this is very much either David Beckham or Roberto Carlos. The referee making sure the wall is 10 yards back. The Atlético Madrid goalkeeper desperate to get his wall. He wants him slightly more to the left. It's furious at his defence. So we go, David Beckham with the free kick. Beckham just over the bar. There's always something special when the England captain shapes up to take it, and you feel something magic is going to happen.
That's right, he just couldn't quite get it to come down, couldn't quite get it to dip in, as obviously we know he does so well. But again, just a bit disappointed that you see his reaction there to that free kick just going over the bar.
Just slightly gutted by it as Torres plays the ball down this right-hand side to Ibagaza. Still Torres, flicks the ball on! Good save, Casillas! Torres! Over the bar, what a superb save Iker Casillas made from Balestra's shot. But surely Torres should have done better with that.
It was a lovely little flick there from El Nino, as they call him, the boy. And as you said, Ballesta gets the shot on there. Brilliant save from Casillas. You just see here, just that's reflexes stuff, and really Fernando Torres will have nightmares about that one.
That was a late Christmas present, wasn't it, for the Atletico Madrid number 9. However, he was just unable to get it on target. That was an open goal.
And I'm sure his manager will remind him of that one at half-time, because that could cost them dear today.
Well, most definitely. It's a game in which they've dominated possession-wise, but just been unable to have that cutting edge in front of goal. And that was surely epitomised by that shot. Fernando Torres is going to be kicking himself. Hats off to Casillas as well, who made another world-class save.
Wasn't it? Sensational reflexes there from the Real Madrid number 1. Brilliant stuff to keep them back, keep them still here with a 1-0 advantage.
Ibagaza now with the free kick. However, it's defended well by Solari. Heads it out for an Atletico throw-in. It is thrown in. Aguilera down this right-hand side. Looks to whip it in. Iker Casillas saves it nicely. So what do you think Wanderlei Luxemburger will say in his first ever team talk at half-time, John?
Well, I think he'll be pretty happy, obviously, certainly with the result. Atletico have been working very hard to win the ball back, and they've had a lot of possession, and that's something I'm sure that in the second half Real Madrid really need to come out and really just take control of the game. Obviously they've got the 1 goal advantage. They want to build on that and just dictate a bit more the pace of play. Obviously Atletico have had a lot of that ball, as we're saying, and really just to cut down their chances that they have in the second half and just make sure they don't get back in this game.
Antonio López is surging forward down this left-hand side for one last attack for Atletico Madrid, and he's cut inside. It's lovely play, and it's Torres again! Great save by Casillas, however, oh! Brave defending there by Pavon. Goodness me, what a stunning save by Casillas. However, now it's back into Torres, and that's gone out, surely, for a Real Madrid goal kick.
Unbelievable scenes here at the Vicente Calderón. Sensational stuff from Iker Casillas. Another brilliant save there. Fernando Torres is going to walk in at half-time just thinking, how on earth is he not on the score sheet?
He should have a hat-trick by now if it wasn't for the Spanish international. It was lovely interlinking play. Ballesta again puts the ball across. But look how well Casillas did to spread himself.
And then you have to say, brave defending there from Pavon as he made himself big and managed to block that rebounded shot there, but sensational stuff from Iker Casillas.
Great stuff here then. Wanderlei Luxemburger's first 45 minutes in charge has seen Real Madrid go into half-time with a 1-0 lead. Hello and welcome back to the Vicente Calderón Stadium, where it's Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid, and Wanderlei Luxemburger, it's his first game in charge, and he would have enjoyed the first 45 minutes where he'd seen his white team take a 1-0 lead. As always, with me, it's Joel Richards.
That's right, Dan. Obviously, always enjoying these special days, these derbies, these Madrid derbies, where it's always a big game. Obviously, Atletico came out. They really did set a big pace, but they had a couple of late chances in the first half, but really, it was Real Madrid who managed to get on, obviously, on the score sheet. There was that dummy, as you generously called it, from Zidane, and Ronaldo just slotting it back to take that 1 goal advantage. And I think, yeah, as you said, Luxemburger will be pretty happy. As you said, it's the first game in charge, and so he'll be fairly pleased, I think, with the way the first half has gone, certainly, and he'll be just looking, I think, for a bit more possession and a bit more dictating the pace of play here today, as we see Atletico making the first change of the game.
Yeah, we can see there Molinero being brought on for Aguilera. But Iker Casillas was in stupendous form, wasn't he, John?
We made a couple of last-ditch saves there, just absolutely sensational from the young goalkeeper. Saving from this man, again, another young Spaniard, but just brilliant reflexes there to keep out 2 very good chances for Atletico.
But Molinero brought on just a little bit more of an attacking spice down this right back as Atletico Madrid kick off. It's played down the right-hand side here. Indeed, Molinero gets his first touch of the ball. As Pereira plays it forward. It's a good searching ball for Pereira. However, it's dealt well with Kai Helguera. The Whites' defence really have looked on top today, very much in control. As Grønkjær, of course, making his debut in Atletico Madrid shirt. Plays it down this right-hand side. Good ball in by Ibagaza. And it's cleared in the end. Arbeloa. Atletico Madrid fans claim that it should have been a pass back, however, there was no purpose in there. And the ball's played back, now down this right-hand side. Ibagaza with the ball. Ever it's played through, still battling with it. It's Balestro who flicks it back. Good play here by Atletico Madrid. They've come out of the traps quickly in this first half. Comes Torres! Just over the bar. But Real needs to be careful, don't they, Joel?
Absolutely. Fernando Torres really was a threat there. He came out wide, both left and right, and obviously down the centre. And he had a couple of fantastic chances, obviously. Certainly one that he'll won't want to see again. And just there again, getting another chance in the first minute of this second half. And he certainly is the player they'll have to watch out for.
And it's Casillas with the goal kick now after Torres put that ball over the bar. However, Sosa wins it back well, and it's played on through. It's Torres now wins an opportunity down this right-hand side. Still Torres, good defending, Roberto Carlos. Defends it extremely well. Everett's played back now to Pereira. Down the left, Antonio López. Still, the home supporters are trying to lift the team's morale a little bit as they find themselves 1-0 down to Real Madrid. Of course, if the Whites win today, they go third in La Liga.
Absolutely, that's much more where they want to be, obviously. In fifth going into this game, as you said, that will put them in third place and get them back on track and hopefully really push for that first spot.
Of course, Joel, 2005 marks the opening of the transfer window. Is there anyone in particular you think Wanderlei Luxemburgo is going to be looking to bring in?
Well, I'm sure he'd want to bring in someone, certainly in that central midfield position. Obviously, I think that's really where perhaps one player they've lacked today is that ball winner. And I'm sure they'll be looking on the market who they can bring in this transfer window, just in that central midfield role.
This ball's played back all the way to Casillas as Real get the first touches of this second half. And the ball's played into Solari to David Beckham. Good link-up play as Solari looks to bring it forward. Playing him back to Raúl. Raúl had a quiet first half, but that's always dangerous from the Spanish captain because he doesn't have many quiet games, does he?
That's right. Well, both Raúl and Ronaldo very much like that. Letting the defenders get into a full sense of security. Obviously think they're not really involved in the game, but then they just appear. Obviously saw Ronaldo down the 13th minute scoring that goal. Again, it's dangerous to think that Raúl or Ronaldo are no threat in the game.
It was a cracking finish from Ronaldo, just on about the penalty spot. He blasted it back into the back of Leo Franco's goal. And apart from picking the ball out of the back of his net, Leo Franco hasn't had much to do, has he? He
hasn't. Very much Atletico had a lot of possession, certainly in the centre of midfield, and then obviously they had those chances in the last 10 minutes where they could have and perhaps should have equalised. Certainly Fernando Torres, as we said, certainly looked back at those, and he may live to regret those ones. Certainly luck is looking on the Real Madrid back four, and certainly with Casillas in this form, he's been absolutely sensational.
Ibagaza to go over to the left-hand side here to take an in-swing corner. Sorry, it's Antonio López. He's going to try his luck from the corner flag. Solari trying to organise the defence. It's López with the corner. Whipped in. Casillas does well. Certainly man of the match so far. The Spanish international just shows such maturity. And now he's started a counter-attack with Ronaldo down this right-hand side. Still Ronaldo with the ball. However, he just loses it. And it's played now down the right to Ibagaza, who plays a lovely ball forward to Torres. Always dangerous, and the referee has adjudged that Torres was brought down. It's a free kick to Atletico Madrid in a dangerous position. Let's have a look at this. Not much in that at all, I'd say, John.
No, there's very little in that, as you said. Just Fernando Torres in the inside right position. I think Pavon just, again, shielding there pretty well, and I don't think there was anything really in it. Obviously there's a bit of contact there, but nothing too much now. Certainly this is in a dangerous position for Atletico.
It's Antonio López stood around the ball. And Ibagaza, because they're two set-piece players.
That's right, Ibagaza hasn't been very good with his distribution from set pieces today so far, and hopefully that will continue for us.
It's Antonio López with the free kick, straight into the wall, second time. Not so lucky either. And the ball's cleared and Real on the counter. However, it's pulled in by Sosa. Still Sosa. Lovely ball in down the left-hand side to Torres, who cuts it in. Great defending there. First-class stuff as it's just cleared away. But Arbeloa would have impressed his manager there. However, danger's not over. Grønkjær gets it inside. What a save by Casillas. Spanish international got down well to the right to deny the Danishman from scoring on his debut.
Brilliant save, wasn't it? Grønkjær just there, he's right-footed. He came in though from the left, and again he just drilled it into that bottom corner, and brilliant reflexes once again from Casillas to deny him. And it's one more Atletico corner.
That was going in, wasn't it, Joe? He really got his fingertips to it. Casillas are really saving the whites at the moment. The corner's whipped in, and again it's that man in between the sticks who's very much dominating things at the moment. It's a good throw out. It looks to start a counter-attack as Zinedine Zidane, who's donned gloves for the second half. Showing how cold it is here in Madrid. It's a lovely shot, but what a good save. Clever football by Torres. Just cuts it inside to Grønkjær. Zidane brought down. However, the danger's not over. It's Torres, so quick. It's what you really notice about the big number 9, isn't it? Just the pace that he's got.
He is really, and he really is the main, if not the only, target man for Atletico. But he's both tall and quick. He's very skillful as well. But there, Pavón did very well just to get that tackle in and to put it out for the corner.
Antonio López looking again for a corner. Be looking to avoid Casillas. Well, he does, but he finds the head of Helguera. However, it's now back to López. David Beckham closing him down. Good skill there by the right back, who plays it back. Tees up. Lucian, however, the ball is just distributed away to Sosa. Referee gets in the way. Much to the dismay of Atletico Madrid fans. And now it's Ronaldo who's bringing the force forward, however. Blatant foul then.
Absolutely, and Real Madrid now just need to, I think, calm things down a little bit. Use this set piece to regroup.
Just gain some possession, isn't it, Joel? Absolutely. Just very much take control of the match a little bit. It's David Beckham, one of those trademark long searching balls, looking for Raúl. However, he loses it, and it's Ibagaza who's got it down this right-hand side. Molinero's down supporting down the right flank. And it's played back to Lucian. Still Lucian as he plays it inside. Lovely 1-2 football. The whites just looking a little bit uneasy there at the back.
Well, they're certainly having to withstand a lot of pressure here from Atletico. Obviously, we saw that very much the tactics that César Ferrando uses. He wants his players to always pressure, always fight to win back the ball as soon as possible, and they had a lot of possession in that first half, and they've come out exactly the same, and already causing quite a lot of problems. But as we said, Pavón's been playing well, Helguera too, and Casillas as well, obviously, and so far they've managed to keep them out.
Solari and Roberto Carlos linking up well. The ball's played inside, however, as Atletico Madrid again strive forward against the Whites' defence. However, Grønkjær now on the ball. Good twisting and turning there, lovely play. And it's returned now. Still Grønkjær. He's looked dangerous, and that was a dangerously bad tackle. Really took out Arbeloa there.
Well, that is something we saw from Jesper Grønkjær in the English Premiership. Of course, he's a very talented player, very difficult player to deal with, but again, just see there's an awful tackle there from the Dane. He's going in that Real Madrid B player.
Leading with his left foot, wasn't he? Very much so. This was the penalty appeal. He was definitely looking for it there. Ibagaza had Zidane just over him, knowing that he'd be blocking the eye line of the referee, but fortunately the man in the middle wasn't fooled, and he waved, get up and play on. As Luís Figo loses the ball deep in Atletico Madrid's half as they strive forward now. Again, Ibagaza looking to spur his team on. It's played back to Pablo, plays it down this right-hand side. Monelero, the substitute, who of course Ferrando's brought on just to add that little more attacking spice. However, now on the counter-attack, lovely ball through to Zidane, looking to link up with Raúl. However, Leo Franco comes out and surges well. But Raúl very much playing on the shoulder of the last defender today.
Absolutely, as you just saw there, lovely ball through from Zidane. Just unlucky that the number 7 couldn't get on the end of it. But really, it's the first chance for Real Madrid so far this second half.
It certainly has all been the home team. However, Roberto Carlos looking to change things. He just loses the ball to Sosa. Now that very recognisable long blonde flowing hair as he plays it back down the right to Ibagaza. It's his ball in. However, it just dribbles through to Casillas. Michael Owen, of course, used to watching games from the box, but when he comes on, the English international certainly has sparkled this season, hasn't he?
Absolutely has, and it would be interesting to see if Luxemburgo changes and maybe uses the England international a bit more, because as you said, every time he's come on, he's caused defences problems, and he's already got a number of goals. I think he's already got 7 goals this season.
There's David Beckham with the corner. As I recall, this is Real Madrid's first corner of the match, I believe. It's taken 55 minutes. It shows how well Atletico Madrid have played. However, the scoreline doesn't lie. At the moment, Real Madrid have a 1-0 advantage as Beckham plays the free kick short into Luís Figo. Still Luís Figo looking for the shot. However, he's closed down. Ibagaza plays the ball forward. Beckham does well though to work the ball back to Solari, who plays it back to Figo. Figo looking to hold on to the ball this time as the Portuguese international cuts inside. The attack just kind of comes away a little bit as Roberto Carlos comes up 1-2 football. Still Carlos. And he dribbles all the way back to Pavon. To Luís Figo. Into Raúl. Better stuff here from Real Madrid. Seeing a lot more of the ball. However, Arbeloa just loses it to Torres. Torres using his strength to beat the Castilla man. Torres now one-on-one with Helguera and David Beckham. David Beckham, still Torres. Great defending there. Solari came back. Torres feeling hard done by, felt that he should have got a penalty. I don't think there was any doubt in the referee's mind that it was a fair challenge there by the Real Madrid man. See David Beckham just keeping track of him. There's actually Arbeloa.
Excellent tracking back there from the young right back, wasn't it? Obviously it was him who was dispossessed in the first instance, but again showed excellent work right there to get back, and it was a very clean tackle. Excellent stuff there from Arbeloa.
Really good stuff. He lost the ball just on the halfway line to Torres, which of course started that attack. Whether the youngster then strived back and made that, well, who knows how important that tackle could be. Absolutely,
certainly made amends then, and it's good to see, and that's good for him as well, for his confidence, because obviously it doesn't look too good in front of your new manager if you lose the ball to Fernando Torres.
No, definitely not. However, he's impressed, hasn't he? The Castilla player in the opening hour here. Well, he's had a lot to do as Atletico Madrid have enjoyed a lot of possession. Certainly an important lesson here for Wanderlei Luxemburgo. He's seeing the Real Madrid, he's certainly seeing the sparkles up front, but also some of the reasons why we've been struggling a little bit this season. Just as you say, that lack of ball winner in the middle, really.
Absolutely. I mean, you really do need someone in there. You just see how Atletico found a lot of space in that central midfield area. And really, David Beckham's the kind of player who's so far been fulfilling that kind of role for Real Madrid. But really, he's the kind of player you want a bit wider, perhaps, using his obviously his fantastic crossing ability. And also Zidane as well. You don't want him having to track back too much, because otherwise you lose that spark and that creativity that the Frenchman has. And so obviously, I'm sure that certainly Luxemburgo will ask the president to sign him a central midfield ball winner.
Well, the 11 men on the pitch have to do their job at the moment. However, it's another poor delivery. That time Antonio López, and the ball just dribbles to Iker Casillas as he plays it forward to David Beckham. So the Whites, I think that's just starting again, like the first half, to enjoy a little bit more possession. And it's played forward, David Beckham and Zidane. Lovely play by Zinedine Zidane. He's one-on-one with the keeper. Good defending in the end by Pereira. Didn't he do well?
Pereira did very well, obviously. Zidane did well there as well to win the ball from David Beckham's pass, but the Colombian centre-back did excellently to win it off Zidane there.
He really cut inside well. Arbeloa is going to take this throw in. He looks about 12, doesn't he, Torres? You can see why he has the nickname Niño. But good defending. However, the Whites again stream forward. Ronaldo with the ball. He's got support down the left in Luís Figo. Figo cuts it back to Solari. He's of course still in search of his first goal this season. What a night it would be to get it tonight. Not only in a Madrid derby, but also in front of your new manager. However, the ball's played forward to Luchin. And it's Luchin with the ball as he strides down this right-hand side. The linesman will judge that it just dribbles out. And you get the feeling that the home side are just maybe running out of ideas a little bit.
Absolutely, just their slightly poor control there from Luchin allowed the ball to go out and obviously stop that attack. And you're right, I think really that Atletico must be, certainly Fernando Torres must be asking himself how he hasn't managed to score just yet with the amount of chances he's had. But obviously, that's the way that teams like Real Madrid get back in. If you can manage to keep a clean sheet while you're not playing at perhaps 100%, then obviously you can then go on and punish them up front and take the 3 points.
Indeed, as the ball is being brought forward here, Grønkjær, who's looked quite good on his debut. Certainly been maybe a little bit of a thorn in the side of the midfield with him running at them.
Certainly he and Fernando Torres have been the two threats, haven't he? Obviously Grønkjær much more of a winger, creating stuff, although Fernando Torres has been trying to get on the end of those, but he's looked good, the Dane.
It's a better cross in there, however Roberto Carlos dealt with it well as he woofed the volley away as Helguera made the initial interception. It's Molinero who throws it back. And the ball's whipped in, but again the Whites defend it well. And Arbeloa just lets it run out for a goal kick. Well, you're watching Real Madrid have a 1-0 lead so far at the Vicente Calderón Stadium over Atlético Madrid. Live on Real Madrid TV, broadcasting all around the world. It'll be interesting to see how much longer that man is going to be in control. But I think 2005 is going to be a good year for Wanderlei Luxemburger.
He'll certainly be hoping to carry on as he left 2004, obviously as Brazilian national champion. And wouldn't it be something to come over to Spain and win a title here too?
Certainly be incredible, but the way that people seem to be speaking about him is that they certainly they're going to give him a chance here.
Absolutely, obviously he comes, as we were talking about in the first half, he really has got a sensational track record, a brilliant reputation, and I think that he really is a man and manager that the club really really places his confidence in. And as you said, obviously coming in midway through the season, I think they're very much expecting him just to bring a bit of stability to the club, and then obviously he'll have his pre-season, he'll make his signings, and really next season we will see his team.
Good skill by Ronaldo there as he looks to bring the ball forward and double his tally for the evening. Joe, it was interesting, I was speaking to people in the pub only yesterday about how maybe they were expecting more Brazilians to be brought in because of Wanderlei Luxemburger in charge.
Well, obviously there is that link, and he's already got Ronaldo and Roberto Carlos here at Real Madrid, and obviously he's a manager who's only worked in Brazil, and so that's really the league and the players that he knows. Obviously at Santos he had a number of excellent top prospects. There's Diego, there's a young man called Robinho who scored a hatful of goals this season as well, so it'll be interesting to see what transfer policy the Brazilian brings with him.
Well, the ball's played forward now to Ibagaza as it's cut inside by Antonio López. And yeah, very much now Atletico Madrid running out of ideas in this last third a little bit. Roberto Carlos with the flow-in. Pablo just sorting out his bootlaces. His shoe came off in that tackle. See here, the cross came in. Pablo just lost his shoe. In fact, it was the head of Torres. I think it was almost a defensive header there, wasn't it? And the ball's played back to Ronaldo. Bicycle kicks it, but dangerously into the centre. However, it's dealt with well by Pavón, who plays it to David Beckham, who's got Figo free down this right-hand side. Still Figo with the ball. However, he gives it away to Sosa, but the referee judged that the Portuguese international was fouled.
Well, the Atletico players are absolutely furious with Luís Figo there. They've all come around to surround him and the referee. But we see here from Antonio López, it's a heavy-handed tackle there. Obviously Lopez.
Very much so. I don't think the referee had much choice in the matter, really.
So Lopez just worried there. He's obviously on the yellow card, so that was a moment where he thought he'd be seeing red.
Zidane plays the ball back to Pavon, however he loses it and it's through to Torres. Torres has got Helguera to beat, still Torres! Torres! Good play by Casillas, and indeed good tracking back by David Beckham, I think, there.
Absolutely, again, Fernando Torres just once again his control just slightly let him down as he came into the box, and Casillas was fantastic off his line there to mop up, pick up the ball and get rid of that danger.
But that danger's still lurking. Real needs to still be 100% alert to maintain this 1-0 lead that would take them to 3rd in La Liga. And of course, Cap. Vondé Luxemburgo's first Madrid derby, indeed first match in charge of Real Madrid with 3 points. Couldn't really ask for a better start than that. However, it's cut into Torres. He again is let down by his first touch as Zidane looks to put in Ronaldo down his left-hand side. However, it's cut out well by Molinero, and he looks to link up with Ibagaza. It's a goal kick to Real Madrid. Do you think we'll see any changes in the second half from Luxembourg, or do you think he's quite happy with, or happy just to see how this first 11 pan out?
I think he'll certainly want to give this first 11 a good run through. Obviously, they'll still be looking really to get another goal and just to really seal this victory. And when you look on the bench, obviously there's still a number of attacking options. Obviously Michael Owen there, obviously Morientes is a possibility as well. So it'll be interesting to see once again what Luxembourg decides. Obviously he's only had a couple of weeks really with the squad, so he's still very much getting to know his players and them likewise him.
Looks like Paunović is going to come on, I would say probably for Balestra, who hasn't done much up front really, has he?
He hasn't. He had that one chance obviously that couldn't direct it on target, and again he hasn't really, as you said, added too much. So Paunović comes on, he's much more of a wide player again, looking to help out with Grønkjær and make some problems cause the problems down the wings.
Showing the big Atletico Madrid number 20.
Well, he has something to say about it. Obviously not too happy, he'll be disappointed.
He does look disappointed to be coming off. He hasn't really done much in this match, to be fair. Paunović will be hoping to come on, maybe give Fernando Torres a lesson into how to finish. However, it comes to Sosa. Sosa with a lovely ball through in, and it just came to Ibagaza. David Beckham clears it well, but that was a chance. Wasn't it? That really was a good chance for the home side.
It was desperate last-ditch defending there as they just managed to hook the ball away. But really, Atletico are just piling on the pressure.
Certainly are, as Zidane just brings down Sosa then. He's played down this right-hand side. Referee judged it. It's a foul. And he's ranting. He's not very happy as the Atletico Madrid forward. Is that because of something that happened on the pitch, or because he's been taken off, Joel, do you think?
I'm sure it's a bit of both. Obviously, to find themselves at this stage in the game still without finding the back of the net, it must be very frustrating. And obviously he too knows that he should have done better with that header in the first half, and in the second half he's been very quiet. So I'm sure he's not too happy with his manager there, Ferrando, that hasn't given him more of a chance to shine.
But it's just a little worrying, the amount of possession that Real are allowing Atletico Madrid at the moment, isn't it?
It is really, but obviously so far Atletico haven't managed to convert any of those chances that they've had. But really, it's in that central midfield position. Really, we feel that perhaps lacking that big tackler, someone to get in the way and win the ball back.
Grønkjær claiming that Zidane should have been booked for that tackle, which led to this free kick, which is now played down this right-hand side. Antonio López with the ball. It comes into Grønkjær. Still Grønkjær. Hit on the volley from Torres. What another great save by Iker Casillas.
Sensational stuff. Fernando Torres there, just I think saying things that we won't translate. Just as he can't quite believe it, how his fellow international for the Spain national squad just managed to keep him out once again.
What? 5 saves, as you can see by the graphic, but they're not just your everyday Sunday morning saves. These are world-class stops. And I think Figo's going to go in the book here, but I think Ibagaza's making quite a meal of it.
The winger just slid in there, but as you said, Ibagaza just being helped to his feet by the Real Madrid players, just so he doesn't stay down there longer than he needs to.
You see, this was, and actually took a deflection off Helguera, which makes the save even better. If anyone has heard of the reputation of Iker Casillas but never seen him in action, if you've seen the opening period of this game, dear me, he's been fantastic. Ball looking to be whipped in now by Ibagaza. And just plays it in. Good save again, Iker Casillas. Just over the bar from Torres. Goodness me.
Well, we were talking earlier about how few chances Michael Owen needs to get on the score sheet, but really Fernando Torres, just how many does he need to score? Again, just gets up for the header there and just can't put it on target.
Does well to get his head onto the ball, but you've got a feeling Casillas was always up to it. And what a nightmare start to the new year for Torres. It's Grønkjær now as he plays it down this left-hand side. One-on-one with Arbeloa. And it's a poor cross by the Danish international. Already gone out, and it's a Real Madrid goal kick.
Well, it's just turning into one of those games where you just get the feeling that Atletico really are going to struggle to score. They're not big scorers. They've only scored 3 goals in just one game so far this season, and so they have certainly had a lot of difficulty finding the back of the net. Just see there's 7 chances for Fernando Torres.
Indeed, and not one of them beating Iker Casillas, who has been in incredible form. As Sosa whips the ball in. Pavón up to the challenge again, clears it well. This time it's Antonio López who whips it in. And now it's Ronaldo, one-on-one with Pereira. In the end, it's cleared by Antonio López. It's coming up to the half-hour mark here. Real Madrid hold a 1-0 lead for Wanderlei Luxemburgo's first match in charge. You see a slight problem in the crowd there. We'll keep you up to date as to what's happening as David Beckham has a throw-in. Plays it back to Ronaldo. Good skill there by the Brazilian to keep the ball as Solari gives it back to the Real Madrid number 9. As the Whites look just to keep some possession for the first time in this second half, really. Leo Franco, am I right in thinking Joel hasn't had a save to make?
I think that's right. Obviously they just had that corner that they took short, but that was quickly won back by Atletico, and they really have had the lion's share of possession in this second half once again, really throughout the match now. But as you can still see, it's still 1-0. Still haven't managed to really use that.
And they certainly haven't, as Pavón looks to play the ball forward to Luís Figo, where it's played back David Beckham, who's tracked back well today. I think he's certainly put the pressure on the forwards when they've got into situations where they had a glimpse of goal.
Absolutely, he's had more of that holding midfielder role, obviously having to make the tackles, track back, and he said he's done that very well so far today. But as also I think we said, something I'm sure that Wanderlei Luxemburgo will be looking at, is that we haven't really seen so many of that creativity, those chances that he creates for his teammates. I'm sure that's something certainly that Luxemburgo wants to bring out of the English midfielder.
David Beckham has got a lot of ammunition, but certainly his trademark crosses have to be his best asset. The fact that he can just find a pinpoint header just from nowhere, from what it seems, all those cross-field passes that just seem to change a match. He's being treated quite roughly here by the Atletico Madrid players. Again, he was brought down there by Luchin, but the ball's cleared by Leo Franco. That was a strong header, surely, referee. There was nothing wrong with that. Indeed, he says play on as Sosa heads the ball forward to Ibagaza, who looks to flick it on to Paunović.
It's very well played there by Pavón. Obviously, big header there from Iván Helguera. Excellent challenge, and again there from Pavón. Really, 2 centre-backs have had a pretty good game today.
Ronaldo plays it down to Luís Figo on this right-hand side. Still Figo with the ball. Good tackle, though. Sosa got him well. However, Figo's looking slightly in pain. He seems to be standing up all right now. It's a good tackle by Sosa, he got the ball. But now it's Figo and Beckham. Referee just saying, look, play for my whistle. Don't do anything until you hear me blow it. Franco desperately trying to organise the defenders in front of him. It's Ronaldo, Helguera, Pavon, all in the centre. Looking for this cross from David Beckham. The substitution looks like it's going to be made. Indeed, it's Luchin coming off and Nano that's going to come on.
Another wide player for Atletico, as they just obviously look to have more ammunition, more firepower, as they really look to get back in this game. And Nano again, one more attacking player. Luchin, obviously the holding midfielder, coming off to make way for more attacking minded players.
Beckham with this free kick, whips it in. It's a great free kick. Good defensive header in the end by Pereira. He did well. Roberto Carlos puts it back in the mix, and the ball's cleared. But we were talking about Beckham and his pinpoint crosses. Of course, that counts for free kicks as well.
It's great delivery there, wasn't it? Causing all kinds of problems for Atletico Madrid there. Again, as we see, just in this sort of late stage now, last quarter of an hour of the match. Again, just a bit more bite to the game. The tackle's still coming in.
With frustration from the home side. Enjoying a match that they've dominate possession, but they just couldn't hit a barn door, really, could they?
I think certainly Fernando.
Oh, it's a good tackle actually in the end by López on Figo. Just less than quarter of an hour left here at the Vicente Calderón Stadium. It's good news for Vanderlei Luxemburgo in his first game in charge. Real have a 1-0 lead as Beckham plays it all the way back to Casillas. Casillas hoofs it up the field. And the Whites just enjoying a little bit more of the ball than they've seen really in the whole of this second half, as Beckham looks to link up to Zidane. Pereira, who's defended well when he's been asked to so far, clears the ball. There it comes inside. Ibagaza links it into Torres. Molinera, the substitute, he's been quiet since he's been brought on to Grønkjær. He looks to whip it in. Good defending. Great defending in the end there. It's a long clearance. I'm sure the Danish international's frustrated with the way in which those around him have failed to hit the back of the net. And the ball's lost there. Paunović hasn't exactly shone since he's come on.
He's seen very little of the ball, hasn't he? I think he had one chance a few minutes ago, but as you said, certainly starting to, as the clock's ticking down, it's certainly starting to feel a bit like that for Atletico Madrid. It's going to be one of those days.
Well, with only 10 minutes left, Ibagaza's going to whip this corner in. Indeed he does. It's a better delivery. However, the header just led to nothing. Pablo getting up with that one. But it's interesting, isn't it? People will be looking at this statistics on paper and thinking, well, how on earth did Real Madrid have a lead at this stage?
Absolutely. Really is quite a surprise. Obviously, perhaps the scoreline doesn't quite do the home side justice, but as we said, the all-important thing is that Wanderlei Luxemburgo's happy with the result, and certainly at this stage, be more than happy.
Well, it's certainly not game over yet, though. 10 minutes to play here. It's Real Madrid 1, Atletico Madrid 0. This is in the second Madrid derby of this 2004-2005 season. The ball's played forward to Roberto Carlos. However, it's dealt with well. Paunović tracks all the way back to get it. And he plays it down this right-hand side. Ibagaza with the ball. And Zidane plays it to Luís Figo. Solari, sorry, he plays it to Ronaldo. He just loses it. Oh, is that a free kick, Joel?
Certainly looked a little bit late there from Sosa. It's just the Brazilian knocked it past him and just looked to run around him. I hope this isn't too serious for the Brazilian.
Of course, he opened the scoring. Yeah, it was Sosa just a late challenge, but Ronaldo's back on his feet now. The ball's played forward by Solari. Solari plays it into Raúl. Raúl has got Solari. Solari, one-on-one with Franco. Can he finish? Still Solari. Goal! And that surely now is game over. Real Madrid 2, Atlético Madrid 0.
What a time to score your first goal of the season for Santiago Solari. Just made that out of absolutely nothing. Find himself through on goal, rounded Leo Franco there and put the ball in the back of the net for 2-0 just when Real Madrid were most under pressure. Fantastic finish there from the Argentine winger.
That's a lesson to Fernando Torres if you've ever seen one. Solari's first glimpse at goal, and he does so well. One-on-one with Franco. The goalkeeper's beaten there, but still Solari has to finish, and he sneaks it through into the back of the net. And Real Madrid now have a 2-goal lead, and Vanderlei Luxemburgo can certainly breathe a little more easier as his first game in charge looks to be heading to a victory for Real Madrid.
Excellent work there by Solari, very composed. Just see there, he knew exactly what he was doing. As you said, he put the ball past Franco, but he still had a lot of work to do, and didn't he finish it well?
Torres down this right-hand side. He must be in shock at the moment. Of course, he's had so many chances, but now really Atletico need to throw everything forward, but in doing so it could leave them vulnerable at the back. As Grønkjær, it's a poor corner in, and it's cleared well. Roberto Carlos getting the vital touch, but disappointed with Atletico's delivery from set pieces. Look at that, Real Madrid 2 shots on goal and 2 goals. That's the way to do it. So the ball comes in, Ibagaza with the shot. It's blocked well in the end though by David Beckham, and the break's on as Raúl plays it into Zidane. Zidane with the ball as he plays it down to Beckham on this right-hand side. Good one-touch football here by Real Madrid. Beckham now in possession down this right-hand side. Raúl making a darting run in front of him as he just picks it up. And Solari then plays it back to Roberto Carlos, and this is the best period of play that I seem to remember Real Madrid having the whole of the 90 minutes.
Well, that second goal really did take the wind out of the sails for Atletico, didn't it? I think all the fans here at the Vicente Calderón really are shocked to find themselves 2 down after the amount of possession and the number of chances that they've had. And you said the players now just with under 10 minutes to go, just really must be resigned to losing this game.
Well, their heads have certainly dropped. However, the ball's played in. Grønkjær looking to set it up. However, David Beckham wins it back. Now there could be a counter-attack on here for the Whites as Figo plays it into Zinedine Zidane. He's got Ronaldo and Raúl in front of him. Still Zidane. Lovely through ball to Ronaldo. Ronaldo with the shot. Ronaldo with the goal! Real Madrid 3, Atletico Madrid 0.
Sensational stuff there. 3 chances for Real Madrid, 3 goals, and now certainly 3 points. Brilliant stuff from the Brazilian up there. Fantastic through ball from the Frenchman. Just cut that ball through the defence. Ronaldo ran on, and there's only one ending for that, and that was the ball in the back of the net.
What a wonderful through ball from Zinedine Zidane, wasn't it? And Ronaldo just has that pace, and when he sees a goal, he only knows how to do one thing, and that's score. Look at this, he still has so much to do.
Brilliant strike, wasn't it? We just see here the pass from Zidane once again. Just the Atletico players looking over to the linesman to see if he's offside. No chance of that. Brilliantly timed run there from the number 9. And you just see there, just doesn't even need to control it. Just first time, blasts it past Leo Franco.
And indeed, to add more humiliation through Franco's legs. Look at that. Oh, the Atletico goalkeeper will not want to see that one again. Luís Figo has been dangerous all night down that right-hand side. He's played well. He's coming off. Solari comes on, and Morientes looks to be coming on to Ronaldo, who was what has he done today? He's seen the ball twice and scored twice.
On that kind of ratio, I'm sure he wouldn't mind staying on a bit longer and seeing if he can get his hat-trick.
But Vanderlei Luxemburgo has obviously been impressed with what he's seen.
Clinical stuff there from the Real Madrid number 9.
Just great professional football here. Been under the cosh for most of the match, however, when the opportunities come, Real have taken them. And that's maybe what they lacked a little bit at the start of the season, Joel, just that killer instinct.
Absolutely right, Dan, but obviously this is what Wanderley Luxembourg will want to be seeing, these kind of performances, that kind of clinical finishing, and finishing off games like this when perhaps you don't have the best of the game, but you still manage to take the 3 points.
Well, that's really what makes champions, isn't it? Wanderley Luxembourg, I think, would have learnt a lot of lessons from today's match, because by no means, and certainly 3-0, I think Real Madrid would certainly agree is a flattering scoreline, if you like. However, it's taken those chances in front of goal. Fernando Torres should have had a hat-trick today, really, but the young Spaniard's just been beaten by Iker Casillas, who has been in sensational form. I'm not sure if Santa gave him some new gloves over Christmas, but they've certainly been working well, haven't they? The ball's played forward as Morientes looks to make his mark. Maybe impress a little bit. Zidane just hobbling slightly, and there seems to be movement on the bench. Looks like Michael Owen might just come on for the French international.
That's right, he looks very uncomfortable, doesn't he? Hopefully it's nothing too serious for the French midfielder.
And you can see here, confirmation, Real Madrid are now second in the league. Indeed, where we belong. Atlético Madrid dropped to 9th. It's going to be an interesting second half to this 2004-2005 season. Many say that Barcelona have already won the title. I think people will be surprised at how much resilience and how much push Real Madrid have got.
Absolutely, obviously with the new manager, the new ideas will come in, and it'll be interesting to see how that pays off. You really couldn't get off to a better start, could you? With a 3-0 away win to the local rivals.
Indeed, Zidane's going to hobble off. It looks just like his right knee might be a bit of a problem there with the 32-year-old's right leg. So Michael Owen looks to come on. Of course, his goals to time on the pitch ratio has been quite superb since he's joined from Liverpool. He's come out and said that he's disappointed, of course, not to be starting in every match, but you have to admire the 25-year-old's resilience. You know, he's stood by himself, and when he's come on, he's impressed.
He's certainly a quality striker and a fantastic player to have on the bench. Obviously, you have Ronaldo and Raúl starting today, but obviously then to have someone of the calibre of Michael Owen to bring on, be it in the closing minutes, or to change the game, change your style and the tactics. Obviously, he's a brilliant player to have in your squad.
Ferrando, of course, the Atletico Madrid manager, looking on, and he must be thinking, well, where's it all gone wrong? Well, simply, Atletico Madrid couldn't find the back of the net.
I think they'll be on shooting practice first thing on Monday.
Well, when you have that many opportunities at goal, really there's no excuse, but really they've got an excuse in Real Madrid have the best goalkeeper in the world at the moment. Iker Casillas has made some incredible stops, quite mesmerising, some of them. And he certainly kept Real in the game. And of course, when they countered and when they had a glimpse of goal, that man Ronaldo took 2. And it's good to see Solari on the score sheet as well.
He's had a very good game, hasn't he? He's been slightly more asked from than usual. Obviously, he's usually just very much an attacking player, but he seemed quite central today. And he's worked hard all throughout the game. He's tracked back a lot, as has David Beckham, of course. And as you said, a brilliant way to cap it off, that brilliantly taken goal.
What will Wanderley Luxembourg take from this?
I think he's certainly well aware of the attacking potential and the quality that he has up front. But and obviously Casillas as well, and the 2 centre-backs have been fairly strong as well, I think. But again, it really does look like in that midfield position they're really lacking one player who has the quality to dictate the game, to win the ball back and to stop any of the opposing team's attacking moves.
The 4th official there indicating there'll be a total of 2 minutes of injury time added on. But I don't think that's going to be enough for Atletico Madrid. They couldn't score in 90 minutes. I think today you could give them 1,000 minutes and still they'd struggle to beat Iker Casillas. It just happens to the way that the ball has bounced, the way it's worked out today. Real Madrid have come back from the winter break. 2005 just might be the year for the Whites. Ronde Luxemburgo, a strong Brazilian manager. Used to the pressure, of course. Okay, it's nothing quite like managing Real Madrid, but he comes across as a man very confident in his ability, and he'll be smiling. Hopefully we'll be seeing that smile quite a lot over the next few months. And the ball's played forward now by Ibagaza to Fernando Torres, who will not want to have this tape in his collection. January the 9th is not a day that he was going to want to recall to his grandparents, or to his grandchildren even. His grandparents have probably switched off by now. As the ball's played forward to David Beckham. The clock just ticking, and most of the stadium is now emptied. As a result, it's now a foregone conclusion. 3 points to Real Madrid, John.
Brilliant stuff. These are the kind of games you have to win, obviously, despite perhaps some of the performance. Obviously, they'll want to look at that, how they had so many chances, and why Casillas was so busy. But still, you can't complain. Brilliant to have kept a clean sheet. Obviously, that's always one of the main positives to take away from it. And to score 3 goals away from home, really, you deserve the 3 points.
Well, that's it. Game over. And here in Madrid, it's bragging rights to the Whites, as Real Madrid have won 3-0.